41 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Green, no luck.
You just assume he's going to knock those down when he's as open as he was there. And the offense just getting right to the rim, but at least they saved the layup with the foul.
That's old school basketball rules. I mean, at the end of the day, no easy layup. Earn it from the line.
Brandon Wright, the former 8th overall pick back in 2007. For his career, Steve, a field goal percentage of around 60%.
Well, he's figured out his niche in the league. He wasn't sure what he was when he arrived, but he's a backup big. He's a diver. He's an offensive rebound guy. He's a lob catcher. So, you know, not a one-on-one scorer, but somebody who can play off of others very effectively.
Knight for 3, and he gets the bucket. Knight's got 9.
And that's what's built them this early lead. Deadly shooting from behind the arc.
Yeah, the D better start getting out there on them, Steve, and soon.
And that is good. 5 seconds left in the first. There's the 3. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. Swap here for Phoenix. And then for Washington, Paul Pierce is checked in for Rasul Butler. Bradley Beal comes in for Otto Porter Jr. Young is subbed in for Sessions. So on the floor for Washington, Young in at point guard. Beal teams up with Pierce on the perimeter. Kevin Seraphin is out there with Humphries. A nice shot by Knight.
How about that? Gets it off right in the face of the big fella. Quick release.
And operating on the perimeter like that negates some of the height disadvantage, too.
And Young kicks to Pierce. Back to Young. He tries for 3. That is good. Young's got 10. Suns leading by 22. Bullock passes to Len. Dishes it to Bullock. And the dunk by Len.
I tell you what, it never gets old watching him work, does it, fellas?
No, Clark, you know, that's a good way to put it. He will work. Great example of that on the offensive glass right there.
Yeah, just blue-collar stuff. And then he put a little flair in the dunk.
Knight against Young. It's deflected. Pierce with a wide open look. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Young outside. This one for 3. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided.
All right, eyes front. That's not what we were looking for in the first half, to say the least.
And as we welcome you back, good substitution here for Phoenix. Brandon Wright's checked in for Alex Len. Warren comes in for Morris. Danny Granger, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. For Knight. And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Kevin Seraphin, he's checked in for Gortat. Humphries comes in for Nene. Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for Paul Pierce. And Rasul Butler's subbed in for Beal. We've got Danny Granger. Brandon Wright is out there with Warren. Then there's Bledsoe. And it's Green in at the 2-guard. That's who's out there for Phoenix.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
Young's checked in for Washington.
And a moment here to see the numbers for Eric Bledsoe. He's right around 17 points a night, 7 assists and 5 rebounds. And he leads the way for them in the scoring department.
And, you know, it's easy to see why, too. I mean, with the way he's always attacking with the ball on offense, wow. Eric Bledsoe is still on the come as a playmaker and shooter.
It's go time.
Change. Alex Len's checked in for Danny Granger. And the Wizards making a change here as well. Sessions checked in for Rasul Butler. Here's Sessions. He has 6. He dishes it to Beal. With 4 seconds on the clock, the shot no good.
Well, I like the defense there. Right up in his grill, didn't give him a chance.
Here's Bledsoe. Shot misses. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one. And let's go back to a terrific pass. Calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, it was a great look, and it set up a three-point basket. He scanned the perimeter, found his teammate in space, and put the pass right on the money.
A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. So the Wizards 5 right now. Young, he's in at the point. Also Garrett Temple out there. Gortat is out there with Webster. The pass tonight. Soft touch off the glass. Knight's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Suns. And Young, here we go. And that one's good.
Gotta love the finger roll up and over the defense.
Now, here is Knight. The dish to Bullock.
Well, jersey advertising, an idea that had been bandied about for a long while. Last season, in lieu of that, the league tested out advertising on the court aprons for the first time, as well as a small ad on the top of the backboards. So the league, of course, always looking for new revenue streams.
Young against Knight. Gortat inside. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Watch out below. Get out of his way now.
No way that he was going to slow him down.
Not that time. They weren't about to take those points away from him.
And Steve, you mentioned the apron advertising. It's only being allowed for locally broadcast games.
And I think that makes sense, Kevin. Viewers probably see it more than they would see stitching on a player's jersey. And I think keeping the ads off the court and the players is a good line to draw.
And we're seeing the shots just dropping from everywhere right now.
Yeah, since halftime, Steve, they've been operating very efficiently.
Gortat with the screen for Young. There's the double team with Warren. Young with the ball. Now defended by Warren. 6 on the shot clock. Young inside. He's guarded by Knight. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. Alex Len picks one up.
Talk about some great numbers for Young. 15 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
I'm sure they'd like to get him a few more of those, so look for them to run some screens for him, try to pop him open.
And the Suns making a change here. Rangers checked in, and it's Bullock missing.
Very porous defense down there by the hoop. He probably should make that one.
And Young, here we go. Second chance shot.
Well, guys, you talk about the growth of the game internationally, but different time zones can make it a challenge for other countries to enjoy the game live. You look at China, for instance, a growing market for the game, but they're 12 hours ahead of East Coast time and 15 hours ahead of the West Coast. But if you're a junkie for hoops, I guess you'll adjust to the time zone.
And Commissioner Silver raising the possibility that the NBA might consider tweaking starting times to reach more people in China.
Well, tough to make that work. I mean, I think a featured Saturday night game on the West Coast could translate to a Sunday morning matinee in China, so that might be the best way to do it.
Young left side. Can't get it to go. For Phoenix, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Here's Knight. Cannot hit. And Washington the other way now. Young dishes to Gortat. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
Rasul Butler's checked in for Garrett Temple. Phoenix has gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. They're 6 of 15. Bullock kicks to Knight. Knight on the wing. And Young comes over to help. 5 to shoot. Here's Warren. Phoenix, no good that time either. The Wizards have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And another miss by Washington.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
Well, they've done a lot of things right, but I agree with you, Clark. Their rebounding is right there at the top of the list.
Here's Bullock. Back to Granger. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Outstanding job there to absorb the contact and guide it in.
That's how you impose your will against the defender. He came to play.
And Washington making a change here. Porter's checked in. Knight against Young. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
The story in the first half was their low free throw percentage. They've corrected that here in the second half, and hopefully they can build on it as this game continues to progress.
You know, every team in the league loves to have good size in the middle, but it does seem like the league is getting tougher for big men. You know, they help defenses now, the allowance of zone defenses, you can sort of load up on players. It can inhibit a big man's ability to attack because you can see double teaming even before he's gotten the ball. But it's made for great strategy, and I really like the new rules.
There's a minute 40 left to play in the final quarter. Here's Bullock. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
Yeah, they have the defense on the run right now because every pass seems to have a purpose. They're getting great movement, great spacing, and they're really lining them up defensively. And we head to the final buzzer in a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance. This will go in the books as a really gaudy win for the Suns.
You're right, so it was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, hard to seem toying with it.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin. Quite honestly, they were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season.
They simply refused to let their opponent off the hook in either game of this season series. That's why they're going to finish the year with a record of 2-0 against the Wizards.
You look at the stats and you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Eric Bledsoe. Now, there wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every opportunity he got.
And Young, here we go. And it's going to be two free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
The Phoenix Suns franchise with the fourth best winning percentage in NBA history. Maybe we shouldn't have been surprised with their resurgent play last season. This is a franchise that throughout its history has found ways to win.
Well, when you look at the Suns 2 seasons ago, their worst winning percentage since the team's inaugural season back in 1968.
And at that time, their third straight season missing the playoffs. That hadn't happened since the 80s, but boy, did they bounce back in a big way.
They were tough last year, you're right. Trying his luck deep. Washington with the rebound.
Well, it looks like their comeback hopes are out the window. I think this lead is safe now.
Yep, this one's a done deal.
And the three ball is good. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Bledsoe outside. And so it's Phoenix easily.
Well, Brandon, sure.
What you mean, man? I just had the biggest scoring game of my brief NBA career. I think it's the perfect time to be smiling.
Hold up. You notice anything about the scoreboard at the end of the night?
Yeah, right next to my number was a really big number. How many points I had.
Only numbers you need to worry about are the ones next to the team names. And in that column, we came up short. No reason to smile or celebrate. Know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, my bad. I just got excited about how I played tonight, you know?
No worries. You're gonna have a bunch of nights like tonight. I just hope you have them in winning efforts. Now, come on.
True.